Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It's your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude. How's it going out there? This is our quick Friday episode. No intro, no music, no sponsors. It's just you and me, my friends, with a quick, actionable tip that you can implement this weekend and get better results. Now, this is episode number 121, how to set up a cheat bank. So the cheat bank is one of the things that really helps people, all right, especially if you're somebody that tends to fall off the wagon a lot, so to speak. You kind of go on and off your diet back and forth, or you struggle to be consistent with your diet. So the trick to this is giving yourself a first 28-day period to learn. All right, you have to take it easy on yourself. That doesn't mean cheat every day. It means let's learn for the first 28 days. So the tool that I want you to download, all right, free tool, I'll put a link in the show notes. Just go to millionpoundmission.com. That's the place where you can go in and donate your weight loss. If you listen to this and you implement this strategy and you drop 10 pounds because of that, go on the website, millionpoundmission.com, donate that 10 pounds to our Million Pound Mission. It all adds up. We're getting there together. But underneath that, you can actually download my number one tool for free, the Battle Plan Workbook. All right. And the cheat bank is a major part of that workbook. It's one of my 7 essential components to an amazing transformation is using the cheat bank. So you're going to take a 28-day block and you're going to basically, it's like a bank account. You say, okay, here is my allotment of cheat meals. So first you have to define what the rules of the game are. Like what is on plan, what is not on plan. So if you're keto, cheese is probably on plan. If you're eating paleo, cheese, not on plan. All right, so what routine, what regimen are you following? Define that first. All right, if you're using the workbook, it's in there. You can just follow the steps there. And then we say, all right, how many cheat meals am I going to give myself in the next 28 days where I can go rogue? All right, I can go off plan. And it's okay. It's a part of the plan because it is in the plan. All right, so that little mindset shift right there that I just tossed out is that it's a part of the plan because it's in the plan. So you're not off plan. We're not going to beat ourselves up anymore about cheating. All right. Now, some rules of setting up a cheat bank. Let's say a good first month is going to be 4 to 6 cheat meals. I know some of you like cheat days. If you want a cheat day, then just break it up into meals. If you normally do a cheat day every other week and you eat 3 big meals during that day, then do 6 cheat meals. All right. But it's important to break it up into a meal, I believe. That's worked the best for me and my clients. So you're going to say, let's say we do 6 cheat meals the first 28 days. And I would like for you to at least plan half of those. So you look ahead and say, oh, I'm going to take my spouse out for a date night, or I've got a kid's birthday party, I've got a work thing, I've got a little vacation. And you start just allotting those cheats. You look at what you've got and you start scheduling them in advance, and then leave at least one that's just open. That's like the break the glass in case of emergency cheat. All right? So the first month, we're just learning. You may be way under, you may be way over. Document no matter what. Or if you're using the workbook, there's a place where you can write down the plan cheats versus the actual cheats. All right? And documenting is so important. So here is the conversation, the mental conversation that should happen. You have filled out your workbook. You've got things mapped out for the next 28 days. You've got 6 cheat meals, 4 of which are booked, 2 of which are not booked, and somebody brings pizza to work. Uh-oh, you love pizza, and you're hungry. Uh-oh. So what do? Well, you say, okay, I've got a couple cheats that are unbooked. I can take one of those. No big deal. It's a part of the plan, so I'm on plan. I don't have to feel guilty about it. I don't have to beat myself up, and no big deal. Part of the plan. Now, let's say you're at the end of the month. You've already used those in case of emergency cheats, and you've got one more cheat. It's your anniversary planned out this weekend, but it's Wednesday. Somebody brings pizza. All right? Now you've got a decision to make. You can either take the cheat then and eat the pizza, but then you've got to do your best to be on plan for that anniversary date. And you have to make the mental conversation of, is it worth it? This is an important mental conversation. And what most people say is it doesn't count. All right. They said that's a mess up. That's not a cheat. That was a mess up. A mess up is a cheat. Like that's the same damn thing. So that's the mental conversation. That's the line that we're trying to stay on the right side of. Is it worth it versus, oh, that's just a mess up? Because the mess ups add up, and that adds up on the scale, on the inches, on the body fat, on our momentum, on our willpower. All right. So we can't just not count it and just, oh, that's just a mess up. Those are mess up days. Lots of mess up days happen. All right. So if you go to the movie and you eat the popcorn, that's a cheat for, unless you're on a popcorn diet for something. Like you get to define the diet. All right. That's up to you. But if you go rogue outside of the rules and popcorn isn't on there, you have to make that decision, and you have to take accountability and ownership over the situation and write it down, log it and say, okay, here's the cheat. Now, past that first 28-day cycle, you look back and say, okay, here's what I did. I had scheduled out 6. I ended up taking 8. I lost 2 pounds, theoretically speaking. And then you say, well, I'd like to lose weight a little faster than that. So this next month, I'm going to stick to my 6 and see what happens. All right. Or I'm going to go with 5. What I would not do is say, especially in the first couple 28-day cycles, don't go, I'm not going to cheat. All right. Especially if you struggle with this, that's not the right approach, because you probably will. And then you beat yourself up because you don't have any cheats in the cheat bank. Your bank is empty. All right. And then it starts to become, I'm off plan. All that negativity, that negative self-talk happens. So make sure you have at least one. I would love you to have at least 2, one scheduled, one unscheduled, because I just want to get you in the habit of scheduling, thinking ahead, saying, I can take my wife out for a date, or I can take my daughter out for ice cream or whatever. And then have one that's just kind of open and just in case. And this is a really good strategy for people, and you don't beat yourself up. You learn and see what you can get away with. So maybe you take 8 cheats and you lose 10 pounds. You're like, well, damn, that was awesome. I took 2 cheats a week and I still lost 10 pounds. I can get away with that. Let's repeat that the next 28 days and see what happens. All right. So I've talked about this before. There's no deadline for your weight loss goal. We set deadlines, but there's no true deadline. All right. There's nobody holding a gun to your head saying you have to lose 50 pounds by the next 3 months, or, I'm pulling the trigger. It's just a process. And if we can learn as we go, that's the best approach. So again, you can go to millionpoundmission.com and download a free battle plan workbook. Get into the cheat bank. There's lots of other great little sections of the workbook that you can use and apply. But today we're just talking about that cheat bank, and I think you're going to get better results. So as always, I want you to apply this in the next 24 hours. Start working on your cheat bank and get it set up so that you're ready to rock for the next week and the next 28-day cycle. And that, my friends, is how we get out there and own it every meal, every workout, every day. I'll see you on the next episode.